As you've seen, my weight is 135.8. It's somewhat sitting around that area. This morning I'm actually going to go work out with Kat, but what I'm doing is I'm doing double cardio, so I'm splitting the cardio that I have in half. So I'm going to have my coffee, and I'm going to have some oatmeal and some protein, just to be, refill my glycogen storage before I actually go into lift with Kat. It is currently 7, almost 8, but I'm going to go lift with her around 12. So I'm going to eat some food before I do cardio, have my coffee while I do cardio, and then around 12 we're going to go lift with Kat. So. That I have been thinking about that I wanted to touch on. So today is kind of a few different topics in regards to cardio and like training and stuff like that. So I thought about a few things that I could go over that would be beneficial for you guys to know. A lot of people will ask, like, what kind of cardio do I do? Do I do HIIT? Do I do, steady state, low intent, like all that stuff? When it comes to training, guys, where you're going to see the most results as far as progress with weight loss in particular is going to come from your diet, what your diet looks like. And another thing that I want to bring to your attention is if you're one of those people who does, maybe 2 to 3 times a week cardio, like low intensity, and you do it for like 20 minutes, more than likely you aren't burning as much as you think. It takes energy, a lot of energy to burn cardio. So what I'm saying is the most accurate way to actually burn is to track it and make sure that you are going at a higher intensity, because a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll go in there, you know, 3 times a week, and they'll do like 20 minutes of cardio, and who knows how even fast they're going on the treadmill, if they're speed walking, whatever they're doing, and at most you're probably burning 150 calories if you're not counting accurately or keeping track of the calories that you're burning. So point being is that if your diet is not in check as far as you know what like your caloric intake is, stuff like that, more than likely that's why you're not seeing weight loss progress if you are having an issue with weight loss progress. A huge thing is diet. Diet is number one, guys. It really is number one. You know, even seeing progression with muscle. If you're not hitting your protein intake correctly, adequately for yourself, for your body type, you're not going to see any progression with muscle as well. So getting to my point of high intensity cardio and LISP and what is best for you. So with fitness, with nutrition, with all that stuff, it's never a yes or no answer because everyone's different. So I was actually watching a podcast, like I watched like 10 times in a row. This is actually regarding it, Lyle McDonald podcast. Check him out. He's the one who pretty much coined If It Fits Your Macros, flexible dieting, extremely intelligent person. He was talking about high intensity cardio and like steady state. So in the beginning, if you're a beginner jumping into the gym, high intensity one is really hard to actually do. At most you're going to be doing it for like 15 to 20 minutes before you get super gassed. And how to track your intensity, because that is really where you're going to be burning. That's why it's called HIIT cardio, high intensity, is your intensity. So your intensity in the beginning, especially if you're a beginner, most likely, unless you have a trainer there yelling in your ear, it's not going to be as intense as you can push, and you're not going to be burning as many calories as you can. So if you're a beginner getting into the gym, what I would highly suggest is counting accurately your calories of cardio that you are burning, and staying more so to a steady state. Not throwing out high intensity cardio. High intensity cardio is great, but you have to really make sure that you are giving it all that you can and the highest intensity, like exerting from you as possible if you do decide to do high intensity cardio. And also it's kind of harder to track rather than tracking, you know, slow and steady state. Even if you're going a fast pace on a treadmill, fast pace on a stair climber, that's still steady state because it's not high intensity. If you are somebody that is leaner, you're already in a leaner state, stuff like that, and you are dealing, say, with, you know, stubborn fat. One, fat where we hold it, every single person is so different. So fat where you hold it, you can't decide that. Like, I wish, believe me, I wish I could decide where I hold fat, because there'd be some more in my butt, there'd be less in my stomach, etc. So you can't decide where you hold fat. So where you hold fat is where you hold fat, but we have those stubborn areas. Like, for example, my lower pouch, my stomach, that is where I'm not somebody who walks around with year-round abs, stuff like that. That is where, like, that is the last fat to go when I am dieting, and I have to be super lean in order to show like a little bit of ab. That's just my genetics, whatever. I deal with it. Okay, tear. Oxidizes fat cells and does, it messes with your hormones a little different, to where people have experienced, you know, that stubborn fat going away when they do. So what high intensity does for people that especially are leaner is it increases fat oxidation within muscle cells. So that's what it does, to where it kind of messes with your hormones, to where it helps get rid of that like stubborn fat. My point being here is, if you want to do interval training, make sure that you're doing the correct amount of intensity. If you're a beginner, what I would suggest to you is to start with steady state first and really accurately count your calories, because this whole thing, what it comes down to, I've said this before in my vlogs, it makes it as simple as it could be, is it's all about burning more calories than you're putting in. Whether that's manipulating your macros, whether that's, you know, burning burning an accurate amount of calories. All that stuff plays a part in your progress for weight loss, guys. So if you want to do HIIT, that's great. I just said, you know, all the benefits to it, all that stuff. If you're a beginner and, you know, you're just getting in and say you're a little bit heavier than you should be, then I would definitely suggest doing steady states and make sure that you're tracking your calories accurately weekly, because you're gonna know accurately how much you're burning per week, and you're going to be really knowing what to expect instead of doing high intensity cardio, not burning as much as you think you are, and then consuming more than you're actually burning. So depending on your intensity through your workouts, not necessarily volume, but intensity, how hard you're pushing, how heavy of weights that you're pushing, more than likely you're also not burning as much as you think. You have to be going hard for like an hour straight. I mean, obviously with your rest breaks, in order to burn probably around 500 to 600 calories. And that's saying that you're pushing hard. So as far as weight loss goes, that's where macros come in, guys. That's where cardio comes in, because you do not burn as much weightlifting as you think, while you're weightlifting as you think. So that's just another thing to take into consideration with just this whole overview of HIIT cardio and steady state. If you are somebody who's in a leaner state, and you're like, depending on your volume, if it's really, really high volume, or if your intensity is really, really high, just be careful with the intervals, because doing interval training for cardio, because it is very easy to overly train when you're dieting, when you're lean, and depending on how high your volume is. So you just want to make sure that you're not overtraining yourself. Super easy to overtrain when you are dieting or in a dieting state. So yes, I really hope that that was helpful. I'm going to be, you know, doing a lot more research and stuff like that just for myself. I absolutely I get so busy, but I love learning, and I get so excited when I could share it with you guys. So comment below if you have any questions. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it and you want to see more videos like this. I am going to be receiving my bikini here soon. Yes, my bikini for the Spokesmodel search. So I will be showing you guys what color I got. I'm so excited to step into a new bikini. Toxic Angels was actually kind enough, I'm so excited, to sponsor me for this bikini for this show. So I'm like beyond thrilled, you know, because bikinis, as we know, are expensive. So thank you, Toxic Angels. Excited to show you guys it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for the support. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you aren't already, and welcome if you're a new subscriber. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the daily support. Anything, I love you. Okay.